confident I'm going to do a job on him. You know, like I do want to look good against Luke Dyson. Do you know what I mean? And on that note, you know, I've got a lot of respect for Luke Dyson. You know, I remember, right, when Luke Dyson had I think it was his first or his second fight years ago at the Federation Brewery. He was fighting Jamie Jones, who is a rough lad who can fight, and he's been boxing for years. And I think Jamie like stopped him with a stiff jab or something, one of the first punches. And I went outside, and I don't want to say it's pity on him, but I felt a bit sorry for him. And I went outside and I was having a word with him, and I said to him, listen, don't you worry about it, mate. I said, listen, that lad there has had 140 odd fights and he's chinned most of the people he's fought. I said, don't worry about it, man. Just, you know what I mean? Keep your chin up and that. He'd only had a couple of fights and that, and he was, you know, you just see that he hadn't had no training. And then I've never seen nor heard of him for a little while. And would you believe it, whatever, a couple of years later, I've clocked onto a channel of his on TikTok and then found him on Insta and that, and he had all these followers, he'd had 100 and odd fights and that. Listen, the lad turns up and he'll take anybody on. You know what I mean? What's not to respect about that? It's, and I like the lad, you know what I mean? I do really like the lad, but this is a fight, and I will be going there to do a job on him. But, you know, I hope we both go home safe. And I'll see you next week, Luke. And I'll see everybody whenever I see everybody. Bye-bye for now. God bless y'all.